Nearly 11,000 meters beneath the surface of the Pacific Ocean, deeper than Mount Everest is tall, lies a place where sunlight has never existed, where pressure exceeds 1,100 atmospheres, enough force to crush steel, collapse bones, and instantly destroy most machines ever built by humans. A place so extreme that even water behaves differently, compressing inward, thickening, pressing from every direction at once. This is the Mariana Trench, the deepest known point on Earth. A vertical wound in the planet's crust stretching miles into darkness. And for most of human history, it was nothing more than a rumor. A blank space on maps. An idea so hostile that scientists assumed nothing could survive there. Yet that assumption was wrong, catastrophically wrong, because the trench is not empty, it is not silent, and it is not dead. It is a hidden world operating by rules entirely its own, where life has evolved to endure conditions that should make biology impossible. Temperatures hovering just above freezing, near total absence of oxygen, crushing pressure that warps molecules and alters chemistry itself. And total darkness so complete that vision becomes meaningless, and still creatures move, hunt, reproduce, and die in this abyss, guided not by light but by vibration, chemistry, and pressure. When the first unmanned probes descended into the trench, cameras trembling under the weight of the water above them, they revealed something unsettling. Not monsters from mythology, but organisms so alien they seemed unfinished, translucent bodies, gelatinous tissues, bones replaced with cartilage, flesh designed not to resist pressure but to yield to it. Because down here, strength is a liability, rigidity is death. Survival belongs to those that surrender. Snailfish drifting like ghosts just above the seafloor, their bodies filled with antifreeze proteins and pressure-resistant enzymes. Amphipods larger than any found at the surface, scavenging slowly because food here does not arrive daily. It arrives over decades. Organic debris falling from the surface like snow, drifting for years before finally settling on the bottom. And when something large falls, a whale, a shark, a massive fish, it becomes an oasis of life, a feast that may sustain an entire ecosystem for generations, a single death creating a city in the dark. But what unsettles scientists most is not what has been seen. It is what has been hinted at. Hydrophones placed in the trench record sounds that do not match known animals or geological activity. Low-frequency pulses, slow rhythmic patterns, long resonant hums echoing through the water column. Sounds that travel thousands of kilometers through the deep, because water under pressure carries sound farther than air ever could. And sometimes objects appear on sonar near the seafloor, moving deliberately, slowly, then vanishing beyond sensor range, leaving behind disturbed sediment, tracks that suggest mass without shape, motion without explanation. And when cameras finally reach those depths, they also reveal something deeply unsettling. Human fingerprints, plastic bags, aluminum cans, synthetic fibers embedded in sediment older than civilization. Proof that even the most unreachable place on Earth has been touched by us. And beneath that contamination lies a geological engine, tectonic plates grinding against each other, recycling Earth's crust into the mantle, shaping earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic chains far from the trench itself. Meaning, this abyss is not isolated. It is connected to the surface in ways we barely understand, influencing the planet from below. And then there is the chemistry. Water trapped in rock, serpentinization reactions producing hydrogen and methane. Energy sources that may sustain life without sunlight at all. Ecosystems powered not by the sun but by the planet itself, raising a question that changes everything. If life can exist here, under this pressure, in this darkness, feeding on chemical energy alone, then where else in the universe could life exist? Oceans beneath the ice of Europa, subsurface seas on Enceladus, alien worlds with no light but abundant water. Because the Mariana Trench is not just a place, it is a message, a proof that life does not require comfort, warmth, or visibility, only time, chemistry, and adaptation. And every expedition into the trench returns with more questions than answers, because we have explored less than a fraction of it, mapping shadows, pressure anomalies, and echoes in a world where even our best technology feels fragile and temporary. And the deeper we go, the clearer one truth becomes. The Mariana Trench is not the edge of life. It is a reminder that Earth is far stranger, deeper, and more alive than we ever imagined. And that beneath miles of water, in crushing darkness and eternal cold, the planet is still keeping secrets.